Hi everyone, Happy New Year. This is Mason Winfield with yet another installment of Psi-Friday with Mason. You know, recently I came across an article about an underwater find in one of the Great Lakes. And, you know, the new technology is absolutely fascinating. I just can't wait not only to see what we find, but also when the real professionals start to parse it out, analyze it. But it seems like many factors of our understanding of prehistory are going to change. You know, ancient mysteries are not supernatural, but there's a component of the paranormal that includes ancient mysteries. And for the first Psi-Friday of 2026, I'm going to give you one of my favorite ancient mysteries from each of the 5 Great Lakes. In Lake Superior, there was an island called Isle Royale. Sometime in the dim past, like for about a 2,000-year span, somebody was digging up copper. This little island in Lake Superior, Isle Royale. It's been estimated that 500,000 tons of copper was transported in ancient times from this one island. And where the hell did all the copper go? And don't tell me it was UFOs, because they've got mines with people using physical tools. This is a real mystery. The possible solution might be that this time period was roughly Europe's Bronze Age. And bronze is an alloy. It's made out of copper and tin. Europe had lots of tin, didn't have much copper. So who knows? There's rumors of the Phoenicians, of, we don't call them Vikings, but prehistoric Scandinavians were pretty damn good sailors from before the Viking era. Recently, in Lake Huron, out in the water, it's under about 120 feet of water, they found an underwater site in Lake Huron. It's about 40 miles southeast of Alpena, for whatever that helps you find it. But they're boating, they look down with their LiDAR, their gadgets, whatever, and they see stone formations 120 feet under the surface of the water. Now, by about 9,000 years ago, that was covered with water. Because the way the Great Lakes were made, the glaciers dug these deep basins, then they retreated, then they got bottled up, then they melted, wham. Now you've created lakes, they're all full of water. Trick is, this didn't happen overnight. It happened a long time ago. What are these walls doing down there? And it's interesting because they look them over and they go, you know, the way these walls and these stone shapes down there are set up, it looks like a hunting blind that we found in the Arctic. And there is some X factor in the DNA of some Native Americans, as if there might have been an Arctic migration. The curious thing about the Lake Huron find is that they hauled up some stone tools down there. And the stone tools, some of them were made out of obsidian, which is a real sharp, hard flint. It's not local. The stone they found, some of it, comes from Washington State. That's 2,500 miles away. It means that 9,000 years ago, there were prehistoric trade networks all over this continent. Nobody thought that kind of development was going on then. In Lake Michigan, in Grand Traverse Bay, they found more stonework under the water, including like a wall that's like a mile long. And some of the stones used in this wall, they're pretty big, and one of them has an etching on it that looks a lot like an elephantine being. A being that got a trunk, a being that got tusks. And, North America, the only elephant we had was the mammoth. And that was Ice Ages. So if people are drawing a mammoth on a stone that's submerged under a lake, that's pretty mysterious. In Lake Erie, did you know that Cleveland was a prehistoric city? I mean, all around today's city of Cleveland, underneath it, were these villages. Native people made them, like 800 BC to about 1200 AD. I mean, they were fortified villages. They had walls. You don't build forts unless you've got war. What could the war be over? Well, most human wars are always about either land or trade or possession. I mean, World War II was fundamentally about that, for instance. But the level of development that we never thought of before is really remarkable. Lake Ontario. They got something in the Sodus Bay Museum. They call it the Sodus Bay Spearhead. Just about 100 years ago, 1929, 1930, these people are they're doing something in the water. I think they're rebuilding a dock or something. And somebody stubs their toe or whatever. Oh, jeez. They haul something up. It's a spearhead. It's made out of iron, high quality iron. And, the native people of the Americas didn't have hard metal, didn't have iron and steel. The conquest of the Americas would have been a lot different if they had. But what is a spearhead made out of European-style iron doing on the shores of Lake Ontario, about 20 miles east of Rochester? Well, there's been speculation for quite a while that the Vikings, the Scandinavian Vikings, they were great explorers, they were great shipbuilders. It would have been very easy for them to get into at least Lake Ontario. And if they made it around Niagara Falls, which you wouldn't in a boat, but you leave your boat there, you walk 30 miles, and you build another one. They were great shipbuilders, could have done that quick. You're into all the other Great Lakes. It could be that this strange and rare artifact in the, I believe it's Yates County? Wayne County. It's the Wayne County Museum in Lyons, New York, has got this spearhead in a display on the wall. Very interesting. For now, Psi-Friday is over for the first week of 2026. I just figured I'd give you 5 of my ancient Great Lakes mysteries. Let's catch up next week.